this.
The marble courtyard is this way. Someone is expecting me. I can feel it. I must prepare for the worst.
rebels against its master.
You are not my master, tyrant! You never were!
I am quite happy to concede this point, but what about the Count? Have you forgotten that he gave you life and whispered the order that animates you? Look how he runs, the coward! Do you understand what he has in mind? La pauvre enfant, sleeping so sweetly, she won't be dreaming for long now!
Passons! Athenais! Don't move!
The time has come to set you free, Aegis. This whore's soul has poisoned your cogs for too long. Adieu, sad puppet.
No!
Antidivine, I don't want to die.
Athenais. The sun is rising, and you have slept for far too long. The beauty of this world longs for you, just as you long for its light. For you are like the flowers that open in the morning. I know you, mon ami. We loved each other. Vous en souvient-il? You gave me your heart. So please, let me give you mine today. Vivez heureuse, Athenais. For it is happily that I leave this world.
This way, monsieur.
Monsieur, we have the king. It is now up to us to wield his scepter. In this trying time, crucial decisions must be made without delay.
First and foremost, we must take back Paris.
And how do we do that, mon Dieu? There are automats everywhere, and they are constantly regenerated by their crimes.
We have the king. Cagliostro has fled, but he is leaving a trail of blood. I doubt he will survive his injuries. As a result, the automats are left to their own devices, with no one to give them orders and no reinforcements. And since I'm sure that Parisians will no longer venture out into the streets, the machines will soon have no more souls to harvest. Sooner or later they will no longer be able to move and, par la grâce de Dieu, will become inanimate objects again. It's a matter of days, weeks at most.
Mais ensuite, once peace has been restored, what of the kingdom?
This is indeed a crucial issue. Leaving the nation without a government would expose it to the greatest danger.
Worse, it would condemn it to civil war.
Eh bien quoi, monsieur? Can you not govern together?
Unfortunately, the disagreements that divide our assembly run far too deep. That which we can agree is that we have been given a chance to choose the person who shall succeed the tyrant.
I claim this honor.
Excuse me? For what reason, je vous prie?
Enfin, simply consider the arguments for it.
Speak, Monsieur le Marquis. You have our full attention.
To begin with, I rescued the Dauphin from his father's clutches and ensured the dynasty's stability. The child will reign as Henri V. We will appoint someone with great wisdom to act as regent until he comes of age.
Fie. The people do not need a crowned puppet.
Yes, they do. Now more than ever before. Once the Assembly has adopted a constitution, the people will welcome a sovereign who will protect it.
A king and a constitution, like oil and water.
Go on, Monsieur le Marquis.
I have the gunpowder that the king had seized. With it, I shall ensure the security of the kingdom within and beyond its borders.
How can we be sure that you will not use it to oppress the people, or to embark on some foolhardy conquest? We know your ambitions, Monsieur le Marquis.
And you wrongly accuse me. I have never, in my entire life, done anything that was not to further the cause of freedom. Do you forget that in America I helped overthrow the English?
Of course not, mon ami. Who could forget that ruinous adventure?
You are quick to condemn men of action, provincial lawyer that you are. Monsieur, I rest my case.
Very well. Monsieur, we must now make our decision. May each of us respect this decision and set aside our personal interests for the sake of peace and the common good. Who among you approves the appointment of the Marquis de Lafayette? The court bows before the Marquis de Lafayette, Lieutenant Général du Royaume.
Louis de Bourbon, former King of France, in the name of King Henri, fifth of his name, in light of the innumerable crimes of which you have been found guilty, this extraordinary royal court sentences you to the ultimate atonement. The sentence will be carried out on the hour. In its great mercy, the court will now hear your last words.
My loyal subject, since you must lead a lamb to the altar, since you must offer a sacrifice to this new France that you intend to found, I will be that sacrifice. How dreadful this world is, where beauty is doomed to fade and flesh decays. I found no consolation in this world. I vainly thought I was giving our souls the gift of immortality beyond our mortal bodies. The Grim Reaper was my sworn enemy. Influenced by the most awful of men, I believed that the genius of machinery could overcome death itself. Alas, I have lost this fight, and am branded with the mark of murderer. Life, even more than the crown, was heavy for me to bear. I have suffered too long under the thumb of nature, which I despised. As a child, I saw my older brother die. I lost my father in the prime of his life, and then my mother, who was even younger. My beloved daughter did not live a year. As for my son, the first of my heirs, I unknowingly gave him to drink from a poisoned cup. I mourn the death of these poor souls daily. My death will not unite us, of this I am certain. For I, in my misery, have lost the support of my faith. So, executioner, lay me down on this board, Vatu. I will sleep now. Sleep at last, and not to dream.
Aegis, wait just a moment, je vous prie.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Our Amazon flew to help Monsieur Brissot. If you don't go to...
Goodbye, and may liberty... Monsieur Lavoisier,
Madame, I don't know anything, but I owe you.
how do you intend...
Unfortunately, I am convinced that
You have my full attention.
you should know. As such, for the past 2, it's in a warehouse. But the men I sent to do you realize
The gunpowder...
it's possible? Whether it is still in the then, if possible,
How?
simply by nothing could be easier.
Flood the gun. We're in the most What will our cap...
Your army, Marquis, is presently but
I see.
I will go to the warehouse. Goodbye, Citoyen Lev... And down with death... Barrels were stored here and rolled away. These grooves prove it. I understand now. They must have taken Citoyen Lavoisier's gunpowder to the Bastille. It was within my reach earlier. See to it the citoyen Lavoisier's wish is granted. Too much blood has been shed already. It's... What are you doing here, madame?
The children age of Charlotte, the abbey, and
How are you...
on the post.
4 horses for 3 men. Clearly, one attacker is missing. A red cap with a rooster embroidered on it. A list of staging posts between Paris and Liège. 100 leagues. That is a long way. A week at the very least, if all goes well. What could Lafayette have had in mind? I am sure that Madame de Polignac will be able to tell me more. Madame. The attack...
It's the...
one of them.
Yeah.
Of it.
And then that's different, but now, if by the great...
The riders did not make...
Sainte-Mère de Marquis...
I shall see. As for you, you have taken...
Find the...
Are you making progress?
Yes. Who laid?
Oh, it's I suppose.
Indeed.
Well, despite it,
What did
he kept that.
What evidence?
Nothing. It would have most like the subsequent.
Physicist.
Right here. Oh, if then I'd be.
I must.
Very well. But if you can't start and.
Yellow cartridges. A conspirator's secret sign. There was most certainly a conspiracy. There's no doubt about that. But those involved shared the same fate as the rest of them. I should keep looking around Place Dauphine. Not even the commanding officer was spared. Lafayette didn't hand over his army to the king. This must certainly be Colonel Armand. A headquarters at the Pont au Change. By all appearances, it's not official. Most likely an underground hiding place that can be entered from the river bank. I'll try to track down Capitaine Lefebvre. If he and his men withdrew to the Société des Amis des Noirs. Poor souls. They died just steps from their goal. York. What does that mean? This place must be studied carefully. This document bears the signature of the Marquis de Lafayette, so the rumors were true. The Garde Nationale wasn't formed spontaneously. All of this was carefully orchestrated. It is high time the Marquis de Lafayette explained himself. General Lafayette.
Do you need help, Aegis?
I went to the meeting. I had an
Get to the fact.
Madame de Polignac. The Queen's. She made no secret of her reason for being in that desk. So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur. The children. What happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans' men.
How?
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice.
A plague on Orléans and his damned informant.
That still remains to be seen. It seems that the Dukes, 3 of them lost their lives.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who set... But why the hell have...
Because they perished. Every last one of them. I found their remains outside the stables.
Oh, no, but then... The children...
We have no proof of this.
In that case, there is not a minute to lose. We must get to the bottom of this, if there is still time. Oh, if I could get my hat...
General.
Oh.
You are accused of...
Callan.
Save your breath. I know that you raped. There was nothing spontaneous.
Do you have any...
I do. Why is...
You must... What I want, but an only...
Who were your...
My men, alas, we thought, but...
Some...
These are when I had... No. Though I... Lieutenant... Voila. However, so I ask you, and to give me...
No, General.
In that case, my fate remains in your hands. Can you at least tell me where...
He comes and goes.
Oh, no matter.
Do as you wish, General de la... Goodbye, General. And down with the Clockwork King.
Aegis, wait just a moment, je vous prie.
Citoyen Lavoisier.
What can I do for you?
I found the powder. It was at the Bastille.
Did you do what needed to be done?
Yes. There is nothing more to fear from it.
What do you mean, nothing more to fear from it?
I flooded the cellars where the powder was stored.
Bon sang! Lavoisier! Why did you put our fate in the hands of a cursed machine?
This machine, as you say, just saved you from certain annihilation.
No, you have rendered us impotent.
Come now, monsieur. Get a hold of yourself.
Mon Dieu! Everything I attempt seems doomed to fail. I fear we no longer have any chance of winning this war.
Please, calm yourself. What you fear is the loss of your own personal interests. Everyone here is convinced of this. Goodbye, Citoyen Lavoisier. Citoyen Marat.
Madame,
I'm surprised to find...
didn't you know? Some even...
What do you want?
To tell you the truth, and I was afraid, you can never be too
You were right. Lafayette was behind this purportedly popular uprising.
Aha!
But he had no intention of handing his goal was to raise an army and...
It doesn't matter. These troops would... He lied to the people. He lied to the Assemblée Nationale. All I need is for you to...
Here. The details about the operation are written in this manifesto.
Madame, I didn't expect so much. The end of Mortier de Lafayette. I will now share these revelations with the people's representatives. Long live the Assemblée Nationale.
Marat, ça par exemple. You're certainly a bold one.
Monsieur, I have come to pay my respects.
Mon pauvre ami, you must be out of your mind.
Maligned, you say? I have here a document that its author has amusingly entitled, "It appears that the name Louis has fallen from fashion these days."
Quiet, scoundrel!
Come now, you wouldn't dare, my dear Mortier. Monsieur, in these pages, you will learn of the vast plot devised by the Marquis de Lafayette and his... You will discover how our national hero orchestrated the so-called popular uprising. Bon sang. You will also learn that he has proclaimed himself General-in-Chief in the hope of making himself king in turn, and that it is his lust for power to which the patriots who fell in Place Dauphine...
C'est incroyable.
You must believe it, cher monsieur, because to add insult to injury, this tomfool was daft enough to sign his missive.
Par tous les saints. If what Marat says is true, this is treachery of the basest sort.
Well, Monsieur le Marquis?
Do you deny it?
No, I don't. The loathsome Marat speaks the truth. Just as we freed a man, I only kept it secret to avoid—
You defied the people, Lafayette. This is enough to condemn you.
So be it. You won't hear from me anymore. I leave the fate of the nation in the hands of the speechifiers and demagogues. I encourage you to say your prayers, gentlemen. As for you, rat.
I will gladly follow that order, General.